He paid no attention to the idle talk of neighbors or the bright promises offered by the city. His priorities were simpler: defeat the boss of Lizard Invaders 3, preferably before his parents noticed the untouched study material. Come on, just a bit more. Yes! Boss down! He leaned forward, eyes widened. Wait, what? Phase 3? I'm almost out of health, damn it. Okay, shields off cooldown, maybe I can... He never finished the thought, because right then... Knock knock. A sharp knock at the gate startled him. His hands slipped. The mana screen tumbled to the ground, striking a rock. Crack! The brittle crack cut through the air. Remy froze. Then, he lifted it face up in his hand, staring at the spider-webbed broken glass. Oh no, Father made that one for me. There's no way I'm getting another one. The muffled sound of game over wheezed from the damaged speakers. A loud voice called from the gate. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? I'm coming in. Remy exhaled slowly, his hands tightening around the broken screen. A flicker of irritation passed through his eyes while he mumbled, "Whoever this is had the audacity to ruin my perfect evening. Sign, I'll give them hell." Remy went to the already open gate. What he saw wasn't what he expected. What's this? An elf? Maybe. Her ears seem a little short. She has a mature demeanor, but still looks kinda young, 20-something probably. Strange. She's wearing a university uniform, so she must be a student. Interesting. Tall, slender frame, long white hair tied back in a ponytail. Deep blue eyes, giving off a sincere vibe. Wow. Wait a sec. Sniff, sniff. What's this smell? A faint hint of lilies and cigarettes? Classy. Or more like a noble lady who moonlighted as a delinquent, surely enough. Wait, what's this feeling? Remy was caught off guard. A strange tightness stirred in his chest. No! I'm supposed to be annoyed. Focus, Remy, focus. He folded his arms. Who are you? What kind of person just shows up uninvited at night? His eyes narrowed. If you're here to sell cigarettes, I don't need any. I might be tall, but I'm still underaged. The girl stepped forward without hesitation. Are you Remiel Dragon Sangvinis? She asked, her voice still calm but with a slight edge. As if his cigarette remark had actually gotten under her skin, even if she refused to show it. Yeah? Wait, how do you know my name? Remy squinted at her. What is this all about? Who is she? Why is she here? Good, she said, clasping her hands behind her back and leaning forward just enough to meet his eye. Didn't your parents tell you? I'm your new mentor. Serena Vale. Nice to meet you. She added a playful wink, knowing that would irritate him more. Remy frowned and avoided her gaze as he thought. So that was the note on the fridge about... Wait, did she say... mentor? Seriously? You're kidding me, right? I'm not exactly the student type. Also, I'm not eager to learn from someone who just casually barges into someone's yard like she owns the place. Serena waved her hand, as if dismissing his comment. Barged in? I don't need permission to do my job. This arrangement was already official. Then, brushing a strand of her hair, she added, while smirking. Looks like we're stuck with each other. Remy frowned, annoyed by her confident defiance. I still don't see why I even need a mentor. I'm not good at magic, and you don't exactly scream teacher material. Serena's smile slightly faded, and her voice shifted to a serious one. Then consider this your first lesson. Follow me. Remy, surprised by the change of tone, had no other choice. All right, fine. Let's see what she can do. She stepped past him and into the yard, the heels of her boots clicking lightly against the stone path. Your parents may have left me a delicious welcome dinner in the fridge, but I'm not here to waste time. Let's see how good you really are. At what? Failing? Remy said, tossing his hands up like he was being personally attacked by the obvious. Serena turned to face him, already pulling a smooth rune-etched crystal from the inside of her coat. It pulsed faintly with a soft glow as she held it up between them. Basic barrier spell. No sarcasm, no theatrics, just focus and cast. Show me what you can do. Remy stared at the crystal, then back at her. You're serious? Do I look like I'm joking? She replied, giving him a sharp glare. He exhaled through his nose, slipping the mana screen into his pocket, while the girl caught a glimpse of the shattered screen but decided to say nothing of it yet. The boy raised his hands toward the crystal and added with a tired sigh. Fine. But if this thing explodes, it's on you, all right? He narrowed his eyes, trying to focus. Mana flickered at his fingertips. A shimmer took shape in the air. Erratic, raw, unstable. Then, crack! The crystal in her hand sparked violently, a hairline fracture running down its surface before the unstable magic collapsed in a static hiss. Remy stumbled back a step. Okay, that probably wasn't supposed to happen. Her ponytail slipped loose from the blast. She lowered the crystal, eyes narrowing as she examined the damage. Too much output, no control, she muttered. You weren't joking. You really are a disaster. Told you I wasn't student material. Remy dusted off his hoodie. She glanced at the cracked crystal again, then at him, this time surprised. No, you're something else. We're beginning mana control lessons tomorrow morning, Serena said, slipping the cracked crystal back into her pocket. Your parents are working abroad for the rest of the summer break, so we've got barely 2 months to prepare you before the entrance exam. Wait, rest of the summer? Mana control lessons? Remy echoed. Yes, we'll also be adding runic writing, apparently, she added, giving him a long stare, with one eyebrow raised. Judging by how clueless you look, I'm assuming you've never even seen a proper casting grid. Ah, yeah, about that. Remy scratched his head. She sighed, pinching the bridge of her nose. Then she took a quick glance at the mana tech around the yard, automatic irrigation systems, programmable lawn mowers, and even a janky food dispenser for poultry. All seemed to be made by someone, and not the typical models you find in shops. You must be good at the science part at least, seeing how much mana tech you've got lying around your yard. Define good, he replied quietly, voice dragging. Serena muttered something under her breath, turning toward the house. This kid's gonna work me to the bone. She opened the door at the house and glanced back at him. Let's have dinner and call it a night. We're up early tomorrow. You're seriously staying here? Remy groaned. Yep, guest room, and also the top shelf of the fridge is mine, Serena said, while the fridge door was already wide open as she inspected the food selection with an awe-struck gaze in her eyes. Her lips parted slightly, and a small line of drool formed at the corner of her mouth. A while later, back in his room, Remy lay flat on his bed, staring up at the ceiling. He couldn't eat anything that evening. Thoughts flooded him. His bedroom, once a sanctuary of quiet rebellion and digital escape, now felt invaded. 2 whole months. I completely forgot Mom and Dad would be away that long. Something about an alchemy tech research project overseas, important for the company's future funding, whatever that meant. Then he remembered the mana transmission screen flickering to life about 3 days ago. A direct broadcast. Urgent. A reporter announced, "We're interrupting this channel's usual schedule to report a health crisis in the Eastern Hemisphere. A dangerous illness is spreading. Symptoms include dizziness, progressive muscle failure, and eventual paralysis. Most patients become bedridden, followed by complete loss of consciousness. Authorities have yet to identify the source. Speculation suggests the disease stopped after affecting a large portion of the population. While most of the victims are hybrids, many are reported to be part hue, a flicker. No signal found. The transmission cut off suddenly, then resumed its regular programming as if nothing had happened. That's what I remember, at least. Hope they're okay over there? Nah. Knowing Dad, they'll be just fine. He's probably arguing with some local government representative over top-secret mana crystals research documents and lab access." Then he glanced at the time, and it hit him. 2 months of freedom, obliterated in a single blink. Great. Just freaking great. Now I'm stuck here, with her. That uptight, cigarette lily-scented elf. Bossing me around like she owns the place. Acting like she knows everything about me after 5 minutes. And yeah, she is darn pretty. Distractingly pretty. That doesn't help. Tall, graceful, way too composed. Like someone who walked out of a drama holoscreen and decided to turn my life into a damn JRPG training arc. Remy sighed and rolled over, burying half his face in the pillow. Why does she have to smell like that, look good, and be so incredibly annoying? I didn't ask for this. I don't want to become some stuck-up mage knight or cyber scientist or whatever my parents want me to become, as if that will ever make them proud of me. I just want to play my games, put on some loud music, and enjoy the rest of my summer break. The gods know I've earned it. Now he had a gorgeous elf mentor, living in his house, eating from his fridge, giving him orders, his fingers clenched around the edge of the blanket. This is going to suck. Darn, I'm spent. Last he thought before falling asleep. The dim, static flicker of the laboratory lights felt suffocating. Each pulse drained what little energy I had left. These endless experiments were starting to blur together. We had too little time to stop the spread of this accursed disease before it put an end to all of us. But the source was still unknown. It didn't behave like a disease, nor did it spread like a virus. There were no consistent symptoms, only patterns we hoped were real. Most victims exhibited a powerful, unexpected emotional outburst: rage, grief, euphoria. Then, days later, their bodies collapsed into comas and never woke up. Others showed no unusual behavior at all. No warning signs, no breakdowns, just a common cold, or a sudden tumor with no biological culprit. After a brief time, it was too late for them. There was nothing left to save anymore. "Hello, doctor. Have you reviewed the latest results of the trials?" "Ah, it's her, my dear assistant. Having her by my side eases my mind in these bleak times and keeps me anchored to the mission. Good morning. How is our subject today? I know the protocol asks us to stay detached from the diseased," she said with a concerned smile, "but I still think it's all right to call them our patients. We're doctors, after all." Her smiles usually reassure me, but she seems more uneasy today. "Our patient has successfully avoided spreading the effects of the disease. Temporarily, but..." "Oh, that's great news. We're getting closer then." "Wait, what do you mean by temporarily?" That's the strange part. Just moments after the transfer was complete, the conduit device expelled the syndrome signature, and it reverted. It went back into the body's subject. That's not good. We might not be able to maintain the separation, but there might be a solution to this. There's also something alarming in the report, sir. No matter. We'll redo the trial. Increase and sustain the conduit device's electromagnetic frequency.